It's XCOM2 again. Hello. And when we last left off, we had just started this mission. And just started, we have indeed. We need to protect this device from being destroyed. And from the looks of it, we've got a fair distance to cover before we can actually start making that happen. A couple of complications. Air patrols and Exalt training exercise going on here. We're going to see a lot of enemies very quickly once we break concealment. So we're against the clock and we don't want to activate too much at once. So let's see how Nacho, Shandin, Reed, Athos, Zed and Kalani get on. And indeed myself. I think a reasonable opening is probably just going to be to double check exactly which route we can take here, and it looks like we can actually hug the right hand side of the map somewhat to avoid getting flanked from the right and probably coming through this window, but that's going to depend on what is going on with this gap because it looks a little bit crazy, to be honest. Interesting map indeed. Okay, so we're gonna just push and we'll open up with Zed. Zed gets caught unawares. He's the most survivable, being a phalanx. So let's hop to it, and it looks like this train's gonna be as good a place to start as any. We get this door open on the next turn, get that door open, and just push through.
Location confirmed.
And it's clean. We haven't got any enemies, so yeah, Kalani can go next.
Affirmative.
I think getting Nacho on this roof's not necessarily a bad idea. That mannequin terrified me. I thought it was an enemy. It's an interesting predicament these mannequins have found themselves in.
That seems reasonable.
I actually wonder sometimes who, like, puts them there, because mannequins in sewers and subways and stuff are like a bit of a mainstay of certain games. Like Fallout's got a thing for it as well, right? Let's get Athos up front as well. And I think Reed can just make friendly with this ladder.
Copy that.
Pretty pleased that we were able to get a full dash on the first move. And it looks like Exalt are already in the field. The two humans that we saw alongside the sectoid was Exalt. So Zed cracks this door open. We can get through here without making any noise. I think we'll go with Shandin. Although then I'm thinking, no, it is going to have to be Shannon. Shannon's got a decent amount of movement, so he can catch up relatively easily. If we were to go through, this slight red icon indicates that we're going to make enough noise as to reveal ourselves. So that's really why we're
headed there now.
Just proceeding that little bit carefully and opening these doors manually. This is where it becomes a little bit of a worry. I'd very much like to get Shandon here, but if there's a pack right here, he's wide open. So instead we'll just get him into this corner. But it looks like we are clear. We can use Kalani to do another check. And then I actually think we might as well just get as far as possible. This is a tempting move. This is the safe move, but this is more tempting. I think it's worth the risk. Cool. Nacho in this corner The issue is with putting Nacho here is that if anything is coming along here or coming down here, they will just spot Nacho. So there is this this hole in the wall that we could use just to
The path
get a
is
bit of an
clear.
eye.
They patrol blindly ahead.
And that is exactly what we were looking for. So instead of this corner, let's make the most of this area. But before we get Nacho in anything, okay, yeah, let's pop Reed here.
Solid copy.
Although I think that's just spotted something.
Hostiles making
Yeah.
rounds.
Oh my goodness. Why is everything grouped up at the objective? We have to assume one of them's going to move out here. So I think with Reed being where they are, we're probably rumbled regardless. So if they come out here, although they might just be safe, if they come out here, this is unsafe. Ooh, tough, 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 tough. Let's meet it in the middle. We'll pop Z up
Moving
from
out.
here, and then we've got Athos, who actually can Overwatch, which is pretty nice. Yeah, let's go for
Moving to
that.
designated coordinates.
Natch can just stay where they are for now, I think. They should have enough movement to do some work, and I'm not going to misclick the fire pistol like I did in the last mission. Oh no,
My
we're
watch
overwatching.
begins. I'm on it. You say. Orders confirmed. On the move. Orders confirmed. You here. Moving out.
Okay. Annoyingly, I can't quite tell what the health is on our objective, which is a crying shame, because that would be very useful information as to whether or not we potentially go in now or we use another turn to set up. I think what would be reasonable is getting a rocket in there. A well-placed rocket from Athos is going to do a huge amount of work. So the question is, can we safely move up a little bit further? And I think we'll use Z to answer that question. We can. Excellent. And we get an idea of exactly what's going on in there and where to use our rocket on the next turn. One of the cool things with the Phalanx is they act as cover, with or without shield wall active. So because Zed doesn't currently have shield wall active, he's acting as half cover. We're going to use that
Orders confirmed.
to get Athos in the best possible position for that rocket launcher next turn. We can bring Reed up a little bit further. We definitely want Nacho up a bit further. Kalani not so much, because he's got the assault rifle.
Moving out.
So, kind of thinking that this is actually the premium place for Nacho to go, but then I'm concerned because what if I want a rocket where he stood, right? So,
Yes, Commander.
that'll work. And then last but certainly not least, Shandin, who... Yeah, we can move Shandin up to here,
Already there.
and then we can get him into some better cover on the next turn. So let's
Got it
Overwatch
covered.
one more time.
On Overwatch.
Eyes on the prize.
On Overwatch. I'll keep it under watch.
the one thing with this rocket launcher is we want to not hit the objective if it can be helped. But I think as openings go, this is probably the best option. It's going to demolish a lot of cover. But if we are going to use out here, this pack down here is going to be problematic though. We are going to activate both packs, if not more, no matter what we do. This is risky because I only know that there's 2 there. We might clip the objective. Although that said, it's not showing up in red, which suggests to me that we can't hurt it. This gives us a little bit more room to play with as well, and we can use Z to ensure Athos is in full cover. So if we do that, what else has to go? Where can Nacho get to? Okay, Nacho's got range of most of this room, so that's fine. Shandon, probably going to use Shandon to suppress and fire these guys. And Reed has run and gun, so we can get Reed in there. And then that leaves Kalani, but we can move Kalani into potentially Reed's position to lay down a frost bomb or a mag grenade or something like that. So yeah. Oh. Alrighty. Athos. Let's take that rocket launcher and put it to work. And I think that's going to be the ticket. The ±132 tiles that's showing up in the middle there, that's the scatter. So there's less scatter if you fire without moving. And the scatter basically just suggests it's going to go slightly off from where you want it to go, which is why I am a little bit worried about the objective if we fire it there. So I'm actually thinking, although if we go there, then we're not going to clip that guy in the back. It's got to be here, doesn't it? Yeah. Alright, Athos, show us some moves.
Bring in the pain!
Okay.
We're busted!
Hit on both. Here comes the fun.
Tired of waiting around. I'm on the move.
And then we are going to taunt with Z. And then shield wall.
Cover it.
So now Zed's pulling fire towards himself and is super defensible. And has an extra bit of armor just for good measure. The Scion is a little bit of a problem, but one I think we can deal with. These have to die, basically. Now, does Nacho get a shot on that sectoid? Yes, he does. Okay. And where can we get him to? Actually, we can get another turn if we really wanted. So yeah, rend that fool.
This world is ours! Enemies on the move! They're flanking us!
Okay, sweet. Nice kill.
They're on the move!
I was expecting to activate these anyway, so I'm not too worried about this. The extra sectoid means that I probably want to use teamwork just to get that thing murdered. Nacho's teamwork buddy is actually Shandon. Trick of this is that it is going to take an action for Shandon, and he's not presently in any decent cover. So, before we do that, we need Kalani in the mix. Or potentially Reed, actually. What are we going to do with Reed? No clean flank shots available without putting Reed in harm's way. I want to kill these two. If we can get through this turn where these two are dead, then we're doing alright. Reed does have the free grenade. But his throw range is going to be decreased quite massively. How do we kill you two? And then kill the sectoid. I've got to move Shandon, which means that we're not going to get the suppressing fire down here if I want Nacho to kill that sectoid. We have got Emily Small up in the back there, but I'm not so worried about that just yet. And so far, Athos and Zed are done. I think pull Kalani down here. Okay, yeah. We pull Kalani down here and set up a mine, then the flank is at least a little bit protected. And we can use the frost bomb, not quite on these two, but we have got the mag.
I'm going.
Unfortunately, that would blow Kalani's cover wide open. But I think it's worth it. Okay. I think Reed's gonna stay put and grenade these guys. But I'm not 100% on that, now that I say it out loud. That mag grenade can do some serious work on the Scion and this agent. So I suppose the question here is, can we get more out of Nacho than we can Shandon? Why is that suggesting it's flanked? Oh, right, because of you. But we want you dead. Okay. If we want these two dead in the sectoid, then Kalani's got to make this shot. Oh, we can't quite get it in there. And that would blow Zed's cover. That won't. Yeah, that's going to be the shot. Two down.
They're moving to flank me.
Shannon now has full cover here. Although I think we probably want to put him... Yeah, we get Shandon in this corner actually.
Heading out.
And then teamwork.
I am with you.
Mash that sectoid.
Feel the power of the Templar.
question is, where do we want Reed for this? That's gonna get flanked. That's potentially gonna get flanked, but if then... Oh, yeah, it's gotta be here, right? Although that said, 72... That's a guaranteed kill no matter what, actually. So we could move Reed into more safety? Potentially? Maybe not. Could we though? No, we couldn't. Gotta be there, or it's gotta be where we are. Wow, tough decision.
If you say so.
In the face.
That's it.
Which leaves Nacho dealing with Emily Small here. That's completely flankable because she can just whip herself around. That's completely flankable. It's got to be here, right? Yeah. Okay. Show us those moves. That's a shot on Zed, which we expected. That's really rude.
Moving to position.
That's again really rude.
What's over there?
She didn't quite trigger the mine.
Just a few dings.
Zed taking the hits
Target.
like he was designed to do. How's your health looking? Okay, you've actually taken 1 point of health damage. They did some serious work on Zed there. Good grief. Right. We've got that Overwatch from the Scion to deal with, but I think we use Kalani to answer that. Got the flamethrower. There's not necessarily a brilliant position from which we can use that just yet, so... What kind of shot of you're looking at? That's not a bad shot. Shadowfall is from that pistol that we equipped Zed with last time. It's a guaranteed hit no matter what. It can't crit though, but yeah, Shadowkeeper comes with that ability as standard, which is quite a nice little bonus. I think Kalani's going to stay put, and we'll use that Frost Bomb just to get rid of this threat for now. We have got reinforcements coming in 3 turns, which is plenty of time. That's the Scion taken care of. Don't have to worry about that for at least a little while. This is a reasonable get for Nacho. But then equally it's a reasonable get for Shandin, and then Nacho could actually take this one. I think it's a Shandin job. What's the damage on point blank here? Well, I think Shandin could theoretically get this kill with a point blank, so let's take it. Let's put that sawn off shotgun to work. Yeah, oh, she didn't go down. 1 point of damage though, that's something that Reed could actually deal with quite comfortably. We've still got you two, but I think we might try and get Athos into a position to give you guys some flames. So to that end, yeah, let's go for this.
For the Templars. I'm hit. I only struck their armor.
And then, where do we park you? Probably, let's leave that alone for the moment. Or 89, huh?
Enemies on the move. They're flanking us.
But you can get here and just comfortably deal with that, but that no longer allows you to answer that. So, we have got Athos with the shotgun actually. I did forget that he was carrying that. And we want Athos up here. So, yeah, okay. Pop that Exalt.
Taken care of.
Right. Z next. This might be the time to use Shadowkeeper. And then, although we have got the Scion coming up, it's fine at the moment, but it is going to come soon. Let's just bring Nacho along, and let's get Reeds right up in this one's face. Shotgun. You've got a 1% chance to miss. Don't miss. Thank you.
Check it before you get too close.
And then there was Z. What we got going on here? Smoky? Or do we just bring Z forward? I'm less enthusiastic about that because now he's just on 4 health points. I think what we do is actually probably try and keep him alive. So let's just get him out of harm's way for now. You're frozen. This wall might come down, which would cause a little bit of hassle. So let's just get Zed out of harm's way completely. Just for now. Yeah, let's just Overwatch. Please don't blow that device up. It's got 12 hit points left.
Understood. Moving out.
Unfortunate miss. Wow. That isn't ideal at all. Oh no. Okay, you got 3 turns. Ah, dearly. So we didn't bring a medkit, did we? We didn't. Oh no. And we've got that guy there. Right. That is a wrench in the gears. Can we deal with it at all? No. Oh no. That's so unfortunate. Can't forget about that Scion. But we really need this device protected. That's not this turn, but next. Okay. You're up, Reed.
That'll be okay. Hostile coming into the damage here.
No crit.
Armor still holding. On reserves.
Alright, we've got these 2 killed at least.
Moving on target location.
What's the shot looking like? You got 100%. Yeah, we take that. I was expecting to have to use the
Neutralized.
special ability there, but Lady Luck remains. Now then, Athos. Well, let's see actually. What's Nacho going to achieve here? Realistically, not a kill. Well, definitely not a kill. Yeah, not a kill. However,
I will tear you apart.
oh god, that situation with Kaladi's really
I didn't make it through.
put a wrench in this. It was all going so well, and then Lonnie stood there. Right, Athos. Your flamethrower. What happens if you can't flamethrower? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, Athos then. And the flamethrower is going to do the work here, which is great. Let's just keep it away from the objective, though. That'll work. All that remains is Shandon.
On your order.
We've got one more bullet in the chamber for point blank. 67's not necessarily worth it, but then 67's better than 65, huh? Let's do it. Putting the work in.
Hit the armor.
That's not
Enemies on the
brilliant.
move. They're flanking
Oh,
us.
it's gone for Nacho. Oh, okay.
My time is getting shorter.
I'm okay with that.
The aliens have brought friends.
We need to finish this up. Trouble is this Scion looks dead, but it ain't. Nacho's not going to be much use on an Overwatch, so let's get Nacho just taking care of this guy. Oh, phenomenal. It didn't. I was expecting it to self-res, and it hasn't. Oh, that's a big help. That's a huge help.
I'm on it.
Unfortunately, the reinforcements are
I'm
dropping
trusting you,
there, but then it's not the worst thing that could have happened because of mines. Let's just pop that straight on where they're going to land.
Got it covered.
Overwatch. Zed, I kind of don't like you being
Affirmative.
that
Moving out.
open, so
Got it
another
covered.
Overwatch. Shandon, you're not going to get much further. However, you've got a full clip. Although, yeah, there's no enemies there. I don't know what I was going to do with that. Let's just up you to the second level of fire discipline, which should be 33%. Although it's not showing on your... Oh, yes, it is. Fire discipline. Oh, no. That should be 33. Yeah, there we go.
Come get some.
And then read. You kind of need a reload, but realistically, you're only going to be taking one more shot.
I'm on it. So-called peacekeepers.
That mine's going to do a lot of work here. Shannon's Overwatch as well. Outstanding.
I got it.
Status confirmed.
Right?
Nailed it. And we saved Kalani.
Area is secure.
Oh. That could have gone very differently. But that's a safe Kalani. Yet again, MVP for Nacho. 3 kills, 26 damage across those 3 kills. Picked up all the loot because he's a loot goblin. Shandon did some seriously good work as well. Getting the teamwork off on Nacho there, and then that Overwatch at the end. Just chef's kiss. Reed, actually, 3 kills. Like, can't complain about 3 kills. And 14 damage as well. 19 damage from Athos, 2 kills. Didn't land a single shot, but the main things that Athos was doing there was, of course, the rocket launcher, the flamethrower, the mine at the end. And Zed honestly did exactly what a phalanx should do, took all that fire at the beginning so we could safely get the rest of the work done. And Kalani unfortunately taking that really nasty shot to the face, but hey, still managed to kill. That went a lot better than the last mission.
Plotting to destroy all we have built. To return us to the chaos of the old world. Only
There's Leon Lu.
can be
80% shot percentage is pretty good, you know.
we shall prevail.
Home sweet home. Kalani's going to be out of action for a little while, but that's promotions across the board, which is super nice. So let's quickly run through those. Well deserved on Zed. Honestly, return fire with the Shadow Keeper. I can see getting some use out of that going forward. Shandon, free Overwatch is super nice. Suppression causing disorient is really nice. And Armor Shred is really nice. These are all super good abilities. Oh god. We already have covering fire, so that just makes Overwatch even better. And it means that we can use Shandon a little bit more aggressively. But the disorient on suppression is super useful. And so is being able to shred armor, honestly. This is a tough decision, because you've got the aim to back this up. Given that we're starting to see more and more with armor, I actually think the Splinter armor's got some value to it. Being able to shred armor with an assault rifle is huge. But I really like the disorient. I think having more than just grenades to deal with armor is going to do us some work, and I think we can use the training center eventually to get the additional disorient on suppression there as well, because that is super valuable. Nacho up to lieutenant now. Fuse, detonate an enemy's equipped explosive. Yikes. Generate shield points. And you can empower it to give everyone around you shields. Generate energy. Or an additional utility slot. This is tempting. This is a really good answer to an enemy we haven't seen yet. Yeah. Plus, I mean, let's be honest. Remotely detonate an enemy's equipped explosive. Like, that just sounds like a good time, to be honest. Down for that. Reed. We didn't go for Hoe and Veg with Reed, so Reed's more of a gun using assault than a blade using assault. So this is kind of the same as Breakthrough except for guns, or do more stuff with run and gun. I think breaching maneuver. Although that is nice. So that opens up a few more options for Reed. Yeah, deep reserves. Let's do it. Athos? I think that was Athos's like first mission, and great work all around. Gonna roll with Burnout on Athos, just for the free smoke screen. Nice little ability to have. And Kalani, if only you had blast padding, huh? I mean, this is what I get for taking a squaddy to deal with Exalt, I suppose. Yeah, we'll take the armor. So we got a Soulfire gem, guaranteed damage, which is always nice. Free reload, extra HP. We really want to start thinking about getting that Guerrilla Tactics score for being able to use these. And yet another Illyrium core. And quite a lot of the old corpses as well, actually. Did we get any Exalt weapons? We did get 3 rifles, which is super nice. That's a massive upgrade for us. Mech breakdown. This is going to come in handy quite soon, I expect. This is going to come in handy. Not too sure what we get out of this. We'll find out soon, though. And it looks like our reward was cut in half, but 39 intel still pretty nice. Yeah, there it is. Cool. Pretty good mission all said and done. What we got going on here? We haven't actually given Overguard arms or legs, which is a worry.
We should take this ship and go.
Can't believe we've got another wardrobe malfunction. One moment. Just like that, Overguard now has arms and legs. It's amazing what you can do. Okay, Overguard. You've got a lot of mobility, your aim is slightly above average, and you've got a lot of will. You are... Oh, I wouldn't mind a 3rd medic. But a 2nd marine. But a 3rd medic, but a 2nd marine. Oh, this is fine either way, really. I'm inclined to go for the medic just because of the mobility, and we are kind of missing that 3rd medic. It's nice to sort of, I don't know though, a 2nd marine. I'm gonna err on the side of caution because having that medic on that mission that we just did, whilst it wasn't necessary, well then I've just had an argument with myself and I've actually said exactly why it should be a marine. The medic wasn't necessary, we managed, and it was through the power of a marine. So welcome to the Marine Corps, Overguard. You're in good company with Shandon, based on what we saw in that last mission. We're going to have a quick look at the weapons that we just picked up as well, the Exalt mag rifles. So they do 4 to 7 damage, up from the assault rifles 3 to 5, which is pretty damn nice. They also cut infiltration hours by -1. So yeah, just a nice little upgrade to the standard assault rifles we've been using for a while, and we got 3 of them. We can attach weapon mods to those as well. What we got coming up? Nothing until the infirmary. It's starting to sound like a broken record, but we've still only got 1 engineer. We'd really like that 2nd engineer at a minimum. So 1-1 eventually appears. We'll have to beeline for it. Really hoping that we were going to get one there, but no such luck.
Just as you are driven to free your people from the perceived oppression of the elders.
That's probably going to be our next mission. Let's get going on this supply drop for the time being. And we're going to keep going. We want to over-infiltrate that.
The aliens have just finished a new facility tied to the Avatar project, Commander. If we can make contact with resistance forces in the region, we could move on that facility.
There's a bit of a
and set up
tutorial on
the
that here,
aliens'
but
work.
these facilities are going to start popping up now. And we need to assault them in order to reduce the Avatar project progress. We've got a sort of main objective to assault one over here. But before that happens, we need to make contact with the Western US, which would give us 50 supplies. We also could make contact with New Mexico for 80 supplies, and then that would bridge us into New Brazil, and so on and so forth. I think making contact with these places is going to be something that we need to take care of pretty soon. We're halfway through April, and I've just spotted that we could save the intel that we didn't get, but we're on 185. That's enough for the two contacts in New Mexico and the Western US, so I'm not going to bother with it. It's not really worth the risk, and I'd rather just keep people in reserve. But the infirmary's about to pop. So then, we have got the potential for some more supplies there, which wouldn't necessarily be the worst thing in the world, but 13 days is quite a long time. We've got black market available. So in actual fact, I think this is a difficult decision. No, I think it's time we made contact. What's Pursuit of Knowledge going to achieve us? 20% to research. So this is the continent bonus. If we get contact with the Western US, New Mexico, and we build a radio tower, we'll unlock this bonus. Each continent has its own bonus, but we can't see them until we get there, basically. That's not a bad pull, though. So maybe we go for the contacts, followed by a radio tower. Yeah. Let's get to work. 40 intel's nothing. It's going to take 5 to 7 days. Let's do.
Course for Western United States.
So our Skulljack is in 8 days as well. So Skulljack, at the same time we do this mission, wouldn't be too bad. Survivors from an abandoned city. 28 intel's pretty good. Delay the Made Whole Dark event. That's quite important. And a sapper and a field medic. Savage and the Lost. We're going to take this mission. Chosen might show up, but this is going to be the next mission because we've got 10 on deck. Yeah, let's hit it.
Setting course for Sector 10, Eastern United States.
Commander, it would appear the aliens have sent a particularly nasty group of creatures into this area. It seems even Advent can barely control them. I would strongly advise caution.
Haven't seen Savage before, but intel suggests a high concentration of beast-like enemies at this mission site. I think this is definitely worth the rewards, regardless. Two corporals, a sapper and a field medic. Super nice. I quite like the obfuscated names as well. I don't actually know who these are going to be. So, we're dealing with the Lost. Shandon's familiar with them. Apprehension, I think, could do some good work here. We don't necessarily want anyone too explosive on this mission. The Lost, you know, being drawn to explosions and all. A combat engineer will be handy for the old flamethrower. Gonna probably switch that cannon out though. We will want a assault infantry, and then I think bringing Ozimix as a tech specialist will come in handy. Savage is something that we don't have an answer for, just looking at this squad though, and I'm not entirely sure what's going to show up. So maybe we bring a marksman. The option's basically a second marine or a marksman. Both are a squaddy. Marksman's going to be easier to keep alive. They've both got equivalent amounts of experience in terms of how close they are to ranking up. Why must you give me such difficult decisions? I suppose we don't know exactly what we're going to have to deal with in an abandoned plot type. I'm second guessing this now because this is, well, we need to switch out your cannon for the shotgun. This is a pretty close range squad. Yeah, I think thinking about it, this is a pretty close range squad, so actually having the sniper rifle support is going to come in handy. As well, we can upgrade Shandon here to one of those brand new Exalt mag rifles, and then we'll do a quick equipment switcheroo. So we can get hold of speed reload's going to come in handy with the Lost, and then honestly a bit of extra short range accuracy is going to go a long way with the Lost as well. Yeah, that is a big gun, huh? Apprehension. We don't get anything new for yourself, unfortunately, although I could be lying. Yeah, we don't. Okay. I still haven't researched the Lost Lure either. That's going to come in handy before too long. Okay. Let's see what weapon upgrades we've got for apprehension. We might leave this as it is and put that on a shotgun instead. Reed shotgun's already sorted out. You're realistically going to be spending more time with your flamethrower than you are your shotgun. Or I would hope so anyway. You know what then? Yeah, we do chuck the foregrip on there and the wildcat on apprehension as well. We got anything specific for the sniper rifle? It looks like we do. Oh, it's just the magazine. Well, way to lure me into a false sense of hope and dreams, huh? And the Vector rifle actually might be the way to go on this. Much less damage, but like 3 to 4 for the Vector versus 4 to 6 for the sniper. No, we'll hold on. We'll keep the sniper, and we will give you a pistol in reserve rather than the hollow targeter. Let's get that Shadow Keeper doing some work. Okay, I think last thing, let's bring a medkit. Who's going to be best suited for a medkit then? Probably Ozzy. Anything else we want to bring here? Yeah, we probably want to mix up our grenades, so let's bring the frost gas and incendiary. And we'll keep the frag on Clav, I guess. Magnetic for yourself, Reed. And gas there. And Shannon can keep hold of a frag. Alrighty. So, up next time will be Operation Parasitic Chant with Shandon, Apprehension, Lunko, Reed, Ozzymix and Clav, where we take on some savage enemies and the Lost. So thanks very much as always, and I'll see you for that next time. Take care.